Hello. Just trying to get this so it doesn't tip over. Okay. So, it's my last night here, and before I leave, I just wanted to talk about my last day here a little bit. I was a little emotional again today, this morning, and wasn't sure what I was going to do. I had wanted to go to the beach, and then I was debating about doing a couple other things, and just got really indecisive, and then I just couldn't pick a beach to go to because there's a few nearby, but eventually I just ended up, I was going to go to the Manhattan Beach Pier, and then for some reason at the last minute I picked Venice. I was there once before when my dad and my sister Erin and I went, and I think I just wanted to go back there for a minute, and maybe that was emotional too. Had a nice chat with the Lyft driver, so that was nice. I was being all sociable, and walked around by myself. But it was nice. It was nice to walk on the sand and to see the ocean, which, if you've ever seen it, and you don't get to see it very often, it's quite spectacular, and it really does put a lot of things in perspective. But I ended up finally making it to a pier. It was, of course, I picked the place to be dropped off, which was far away, but I got some steps in, so some more exercise for me. But it was a little bit of a walk to the pier, but it was worth it. I got to look down at the water and, got to the end of the pier and wrote myself a little note and threw it into the water. Wasn't littering. The universe said it was okay because it was a message. Like a message in a bottle, except I didn't have a bottle, so I just crumpled it up and threw it. Actually, the first time I threw it, it blew back at me, so I didn't know if that was the universe laughing at me or just, wind, the ocean saying, F you, don't throw that in here. But the second time I got it in. And I didn't stay. It was a little chilly. I mean, I had my sweater on, so I wasn't too bad, but it was pretty chilly. And then I started walking back, and there's a guy on the pier, an older gentleman. I'm not going to guess his age, but he was very sweet, and he was doing karaoke. And I wish I had had some cash to give him a tip, and I feel bad. And I tried to remember his name for Instagram so I could at least, because he had a little placard, but I have to double check it. I'm not sure if I can find him. But he asked me if I wanted to sing with him, and I said, why not? Because, that's what this trip is all about, is being brave, and there wasn't a ton of people, so it wasn't that embarrassing. And he was singing Christmas songs, so he asked me what I wanted to sing, and I said, how about White Christmas, because my mom loves that one, and because her dad loved it. And I sang that once for my mom at a restaurant, actually the last Christmas before my dad died. So, again, emotional. But we couldn't find the karaoke version of that, so instead we did Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and then he picked Santa Claus is Coming to Town, which I would never have sung, because I just can't really sing all that. The funnier or the lighter ones, I'm better with, deep emotional ones. Go figure. And he asked me if I was a professional singer, which was nice. And he said that I should come back sometime and we could do a song that I wanted to do, like one of my songs. And I told him that would be swell, except I'm flying home to New York tomorrow. And he said, oh, Broadway? And I'm like, no, just, I'm not in Cats. I sing to my cats, and they're my audience, so. But it was nice to hear. And I didn't do a great job because you couldn't really hear. I mean, he turned the mic up so I could hear better, but It was a little rocky, so I didn't do my best, but he still thought it was very nice. So, um, we wished each other well, and I went off. And then as I was walking back and deciding where I was going to get picked up for my lift, um, there was a homeless woman who asked me for money. A lot of people are asking me for money on Venice Beach, but I told her I was really sorry I didn't have any cash. I said, but could I, get her a bottle of water or something? And she said, sure. And so I had to go across the street anyway because I was looking for, my whole trip I've been looking for Excedrin because I keep getting these headaches. Just because I'm not sleeping on this bed, which is very comfortable, but it keeps giving a crick in my neck and I get a headache. So I really wanted some Excedrin, so I stopped there and I picked up a couple of things, and one of the things I picked up was a can of beer, which I don't drink. I'm not a big drinker. Maybe 2 or 3 times a year I'll have a drink. And, but so tonight I just thought it would be nice to just, with my dinner, I got some Panda Express, which I don't have access to where I live. And cracked open my big can of beer, and I've been drinking that, and it feels really good. I feel really good right now. It was nice. It wasn't like, it was a big can, so there was a lot, and of course it hit me a little bit because I'm such a lightweight. But yeah, so I bought that, and I bought her a bottle of water. She probably would have preferred the beer, but I kept that in my bag to myself. And then I went back across the street and I gave her the bottle of water and wished her well, and then started heading back down the street. Talked to a guy with his dog. And then I realized as I was walking across the street that my mask was gone. And I checked all my pockets and checked because I had my earbuds in, and they kept getting caught in my mask. And I thought maybe I put it somewhere else, but I lost it. And I love that mask. I got it from a store that I really love. And they do all like natural, hippy dippy stuff, which is right up my alley. And so I was sad about that. So I retraced my steps because I hadn't gone that far, and I went back to the store where I got everything. And the nice woman behind the counter, I asked her if I left it there, and she felt bad for me, and we were looking all over. And then so eventually I asked her if she had any that she was selling, so I had to pay $3 or whatever for a new mask. And then I decided I'm going to keep looking because maybe I left it when I was doing the karaoke. Maybe it came off when I was like nervous singing. So I kept walking and I found it. So it was on the ground before the pier. So I got it, and I was very relieved. And then I started walking back to get my lift. And then another nice gentleman took me home. We had a nice little chat. And then I made my decision about eating Panda Express for dinner. And that came all nice and easy, and I went upstairs and I cracked open my beer, and I ate some of my not good for me food, and I did have like some soda with it came with a soda, and I did drink some of it, and I feel bad about that because and actually I poured most of it down the sink, which is a waste, but I really don't enjoy it like I did. And it's just kind of a habit to get it. So, and, drinking isn't really a good idea either. But, and using the excuse that, oh, well, you're on vacation. It's not really a vacation. This wasn't a vacation. This was just a expedition, a soul-searching kind of a thing. So, I shouldn't be using that excuse. But I've done very well. I've walked a lot, and I barely drank any soda. I did have some fruit juice, which again, sugar. And but I do so much less of that now, so I'm not gonna berate myself. I did pretty well. Was it perfect? No. But better than it used to be. Okay? And I'm slimming down. Not as big as I was, and I'm gonna keep working on it. I'm gonna keep boxing with my brother, and I'm gonna try and find ways to do more walking, even though it's getting colder. at home, because I really enjoy the walking. I've walked here so much, and because it's nice, and it makes such a difference to my mental state. But yeah, winter kind of throws a wrench in the works for the walking in the wilderness. Who's texting me? What time is it? I don't know, on my watch. Anyway, so, yeah, I got to see the ocean, and I sang a little karaoke, which was pretty outrageous. Talked to some people, helped a homeless woman. Wish I could do more. There's a lot of homeless people here, and it was sad to see. I don't like it. But I can't fix everything. And then I kind of organized my stuff here. Getting ready for tomorrow. I talked to the front desk, and they're going to let me check out an hour later. Because my flight isn't until... I don't have to be there until really like 6. And that's pretty early for my flight. And checkout was noon, so then I had like 6 hours of like, what the hell am I going to do with myself? So I got an extra hour to stay here. So I'll check out at 1. And then I've just been debating about what I could do tomorrow in the interim, because I don't want to sit at the airport for like 8 hours. Or, 7 hours. That's... no thank you. So I might go see a movie tomorrow. I might take a bus. Be like Sandra Bullock in Speed. A movie from... I don't know if you know it. I mean, everybody knows Keanu Reeves, so I would hope that you know it. Anybody who's born after a certain era might not understand where that movie came from, but I hope you do. It was 90s, but I love it. And I got to watch it here the other night because it was on TV. They're playing a lot of, like, old movies and stuff on TV, and I haven't watched TV in so long. I just watch everything. I watch stuff on my tablet, and I have every show and movie that I like and could ever want on my hard drives. So I never watch TV. So it's been kind of fun. There's a lot of Harry Potter marathons, and Christmas Vacation was on today. That was nice. Die Hard. Although the only thing with this is it's saying a certain movie is on like Die Hard, then Die Hard 2, except when you hit that, when you go to that channel, it's not the first Die Hard, it's the second Die Hard, even though it says it's the first Die Hard and then the second Die Hard will be later. It's all mixed up. So I was a little disappointed because I'm not as big of a fan of the second one. I wanted to watch the first one, but there's been a lot of fun stuff on, which is nice. I wish I could just stay here tomorrow, but it's like $79 to get a late checkout, and F that, and this hotel, who canceled my reservation when they shouldn't have. I didn't tell you that, did I? Yeah. When I got here, I had called a week earlier because I was worried about, check-in is at 3, but my flight wasn't coming in until like 8 something at night, and I was worried about getting the shuttle, and I didn't know how late they were running. So I called and talked to a girl named Sue. She was very nice. And I asked her all my questions, and I told her, look, I'm not coming in until later. Is that okay? Will there be a shuttle? And she said, yeah, that's fine. She's like, it's only if you come in after midnight that we need to talk. And she's like, so don't worry about it. Because I paid extra for a room with a pay later thing to it, and they charge you more for that because I didn't have the money to like pre-book a hotel. I wasn't going to have the money until I got here. So I specifically set up a hotel that was, I'll pay it when I get here. And somehow the afternoon, when I was on the plane, they tried to run the card and it was declined because I was coming with the card that I was going to charge it with. And they sent me an email, but I was in the plane. So when I got here, they're like, yeah, it was canceled. I'm like, why? And I was just in shock, and after the traveling, I was exhausted, so I just begged and pleaded and probably cried a little bit, and they found me a room, but they charged me more. And then I had to like do some finagling with my finances and, borrow more money from people that I didn't want to do. And then I got ticked off the more I thought about it. So I got to talk to somebody tomorrow, and it gives me a stomach ache. I don't like doing that. But fair's fair. I don't know. So I'm going to talk to them. They're probably not going to do anything. But I think it's important that I say it. That I don't think that was fair. And, I specifically paid more for a reservation, or was willing to pay more for a room so that I could pay for it when I got here. And then they tried to charge it before I got here. And then they charged me more. Unacceptable. I don't drink beer. Often. I do drink beer, but not often. I like Corona. I like lime. A lime in the coconut, and drink it all up, you put a lime in the coconut. The doctor. Those are the words I know. Dirty. I wonder what it's like to stay at a really fancy hotel. Like the Intercontinental, or what's the other one? Four Seasons? Is that still a fancy place? Oh, Beverly Wilshire? That's fancy? I wonder what it would be like. Probably one night is equal to how much it cost for my whole trip. But it'd be nice to stay at a place where there's you could get a massage, or it's 24 hours and they would give you whatever you want food-wise. I don't know, maybe it doesn't make a difference. Maybe it gets old. This was fine. I mean, the bed was nice. Like I said, it was just a little too nice for my body. So I go home tomorrow night. We'll see if I go to a movie tomorrow. I don't know. I like the idea of taking a little adventure, going on a bus to a movie theater, but there's really no movie I want to see right now. So I don't know if I really want to sit through 2+ hours of something and with my bag, if they'll even let me take my bag in. But again, I don't want to sit at the airport for 7 hours. If there was something else I could do, I could sit at a coffee place or a diner, but that's what, an hour or two? Maybe I could get away with that. Just sit there. I could write, but I don't know. So I don't know if the lighting's good here. I really wasn't paying attention. I was drinking my beer. Beer. It's delicious. Oh, I love it, beer. Yeah, the first few tastes, though, is disgusting, because you're like, why does beer have such a metallic taste? It tastes like, or keg parties at school, where it's it just tastes like the metallic keg. It's disgusting. But then, after half the can, you're like, this is really good. Delicious. Probably sleep pretty good tonight. That's rare. I don't sleep well. I can sleep maybe 6 hours, and then I'm my mind's alright, that's enough. Let's think about some more stuff. I like that movie, The Fifth Element, for many reasons. Lilo Dallas Multipath. Yeah, she knows it's a multipass. Uh, but I like in that movie when they're on that like train or whatever it is, or ship. I don't know. I can't remember right now. They go in those little like tubes or whatever, and you just close it and you go to sleep. Like it just like makes you sleep. I wish we had those, because then it's like it's not a decision to sleep. It's you just go in the tube and it makes you sleep. Um, you can get whatever amount of sleep your body seems to need, and then you're awake. Wouldn't that be nice? It takes me so long to just let myself sleep. And then when I finally do, like, I can't sustain it. I just wake up. So, anyway, I'm just rambling now, so I'm gonna get off and finish my beer and go to sleep. And then tomorrow I go home, and this little adventure is over. But I think overall it's been a success. Like I thought, nothing earth-shattering happened, per se. It's not like, you know, whatever. I feel okay. I mean, there was a couple of hiccups, and there was a couple of weepy moments, and I wasn't sure this was going to work out, and I thought I was going to go home and be depressed and worse off than I was. And, you know, a little bit embarrassed and thinking this is stupid, everybody's going to think I'm stupid, and not that I totally care all the time, but a big part of me does, if that makes sense. Duality. But right now I feel really good, and not just because of the beer. I feel good mentally, not just, you know, right now that's making me mellow, but I feel balanced. I feel in the flow right now, which, if anybody's ever been in the flow of the universe, when you feel like, I guess it would be like people who surf, that kind of, when you hit the right wave and everything just is perfection from beginning to end. There's no way really to describe that feeling, and it's like that with when you're in the flow of energy in the universe, and you're both headed in the same direction, and it's not too fast, it's not too slow, and it's like a cooperation without communication. It's just you're in sync. It's a beautiful place to be, and I love it. I just wish I could sustain it. But it's, you know, a momentary blip when you're in it, and you're just grateful for it, and you just hope you get to do it again. But there's always another wave. You only fail if you don't paddle out, right? So keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. So, right. I'm going to sleep now. And so, I feel good about this. I hope I can sustain this when I get home. And not like familiar surroundings bring familiar habits that are no longer suited for me. Yeah, so I feel hopeful. I don't have to try to be hopeful today. I just feel hopeful. And I hope that you feel hopeful too. And that you're having a good day or night, wherever you are. And I wish you a good tomorrow. And as long as my flight runs smoothly and safely, I shall be back in New York by Monday morning. Crack of dawn kind of thing. And then I'm going to unpack, and maybe if I have enough energy, take a quick shower, and then snuggle with my dog and my cat, who I miss terribly. And back to normal life on Tuesday. Making my bucks. Buying Christmas presents. But I feel good. I feel hopeful. Maybe I'll be in the Christmas spirit this year. So, anyway, bottoms up. I love you. And I hope that you feel that love, and I hope it means something, that it helps you. And don't let my happy mood fool you. I'm sure it's one beer. Don't let my happy state, alarm you, because there will be more mania and sadness and craziness and crushed dreams. Plenty of that to go around. So, you'll have a loser to compare yourself to or feel better about, that you're not me tomorrow or maybe the next day. Yeah. So don't worry. Just keep tuning in, and the loser will be back, and I'll help to lift you in your life a little bit to help you keep being hopeful, keep feeling vulnerable and open to love and light, and spreading that so the ripples reach across the galaxy. So, okay. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.